Hey there, Mountaineers! Welcome to episode 14 of Historyland. I'm your host, Matterhorn Matt, and quickly I wanted to thank you all for 700 subscribers. I can't believe 700 of you watch my videos, and I hope you continue to enjoy the new content I'm going to be putting out. In this episode, we're going to talk about the history of the extinct Rocket Rods attraction. Let's get started. When you think of Tomorrowland, what comes to mind? A futuristic land with breakthroughs of technology on display for everyone to see? Well, throw all your assumptions down the drain because we're talking about the 1998 Tomorrowland. If you've seen my previous video on Tomorrowland 1998, you'll know that this wasn't quite the best way to go about making a Tomorrowland makeover. You'll also know that the Rocket Rods replaced the Peoplemover on May 22nd, 1998. And if you've seen the very first episode of Historyland on the Peoplemover, you'll know that the Peoplemover was a slow-moving attraction that took guests above Tomorrowland for scenic views and relaxing music. The Peoplemover was designed by Walt Disney himself, meant as a mode of transportation similar to the monorail. Disneyland's Peoplemover was a test for Walt's newest idea, Epcot.
We call it Epcot.
If you'd like to learn more about Walt Disney's original Epcot, be sure to go back and watch episode 9 of Historyland. With the Tomorrowland 1998 refurb set in stone, the Peoplemover closed on August 21st, 1995. Many guests wondered what would replace their favorite attraction, and, come 1998, guests were bewildered at what Walt Disney Imagineering had come up with.
Coming up next, learn about Disney history with Matterhorn Matt on Historyland.
At Disneyland, you've seen Fantasyland, Frontierland, and Tomorrowland. Now here's a whole new land you've never seen before. Hey! Let me show you around. Take this crazy town.
Mickey's Toontown opens January 26th.
Cuckoo style. It's a brand new land at Disneyland.
When the Rocket Rods opened on May 22nd, 1998, it did away with the Peoplemover's idea of relaxation. The ride hit speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, transforming the 16-minute ride to nearly 3 minutes. Even though the slow-moving Peoplemover was gone, the Rocket Rods were meant to showcase a new type of rapid transit system.
Tomorrowland Rapid Transit invites you to climb aboard our latest transportation prototype, Rocket Rods.
The Rocket Rods used the same track as the former Peoplemover and wound through attractions like Space Mountain, Star Tours, and Innoventions. During development of the attraction, Disney couldn't secure a sponsor. That meant that, even though the ride hit speeds up to 35 miles per hour, the track had no banked turns. This meant that the ride vehicles had to slow down before each turn. The queue of the Rocket Rods started in the old Circle Vision Theater, which now house blueprints of old and extinct Disneyland attractions, along with rockets from the Rocket Jets, a Space Mountain rocket, and a cab of the Mark III monorail. Further into the queue housed the original 9 Circle Vision screens, which now played transportation videos, excerpts from America the Beautiful, and The Timekeeper. On the wall was a proposal for extending the Rocket Rod system to places like the Disneyland resorts, the Walt Disney Studios, and the nearest airport. Guests were then led to a flight of stairs that took them to the former Peoplemover loading station, where the new Rocket Rod's loading area is. From there, guests boarded their vehicle, and the ride began. The attraction opened to mixed reviews, ranging from thrilling but not too thrilling, to lacking the thrills of a real thrill ride. The ride eventually closed for, quote, major refurbishment in 2000, promising a return the following spring of 2001. But, to no one's disappointment, the ride never reopened.
Up next, learn about Disney history and more with Matterhorn Matt on Historyland.
Whenever there's a fast-breaking news story in the Magic Kingdom, you'll find journalists of real character drop everything to get the news out. Especially when it's good news. Today's good news: the unlimited use passport is here year-round. It's the one ticket that gives you Disneyland attractions all day long for one price. Disneyland's unlimited use passport. If you could use some good news right now, we've got just the ticket.
With the rocket rods closed for good, guests wondered what would replace the attraction. The short answer? Nothing. The long answer? Nothing. The rocket rod's major problem was that it reused the already existing track from the Peoplemover, which was put in place over 30 years ago. The aging track couldn't support the weight of the heavy vehicles traveling at such high speeds. This eventually led to alleged support damage to the beams on the tracks. The only plausible way to bring back any attraction on the tracks would be to tear them down and start over. And this likely won't happen for a long time, since most of Disney's focus is going to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and the addition of Pixar Pier and a Marvel-themed land to California Adventure. So until then, the tracks remain abandoned above Tomorrowland, serving as a reminder of what could have been. But who knows, maybe Disney's just waiting for the right time to announce a Tomorrowland refurb and adding a whole new mode of transportation above Tomorrowland. We'll just have to wait and see. Hey guys, just letting you know, this is a re-upload because my last one got taken down for a copyright strike. Yeah, and today I'll be opening up my Discord server for you guys. It's, if you guys don't know what Discord is, it's basically like an advanced version of Skype or TeamSpeak, if you've ever used TeamSpeak. It'll give a way for a lot of you guys to sort of communicate with each other rather than having to reply to someone in the comments to have a conversation. But there will be like voice channels for you guys to talk to each other with, text channels, and if you join the Discord server, you might have a chance to be featured on the Matterhorn Mondays podcast. Alex and I are going to pick a couple lucky people per episode to be able to join in on the conversation live and give their opinion on the topics we're talking about. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I sort of redid my intro and the buffers, as I like to call them. I teased about this a couple weeks ago. I transferred the MP4s to VHS and then back to MP4s. It was a whole process that took me months in the making, finally, to find the perfect VHS player, and I'm happy to say I'm pleased, very pleased actually, with the outcome. You guys let me know what you think and if I need any tweaks to them, because I'm going to be doing this a lot in the future, so thanks a lot guys. And that's the history of the rocket rods. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified anytime I put out a new video. Comment down below if you ever rode the rocket rods, and if you did, let us know what the experience was. I'm dying to know. If you guys haven't already, go check out the latest episode of Matterhorn Mondays.
And the other favorite thing about it is that she's got a love for cooking, which is what I share. I mean, I'm also a chef, so I really love to cook.
Right.
And the movie just kind of like, you know, gets me right there. I really love it. So, yeah, so Princess and the Frog is definitely my number 4.
Ooh, I have not seen The Princess and the Frog. You guys can bash me in the chat and in the comments. It's on my list though. It's up there along with Bambi, Lady and the Tramp, all the other ones I haven't seen. You guys are gonna scream at me for not seeing Bambi or Lady and the Tramp either. But yeah, I think I remember watching it a long, long time ago. I remember vague, just random scenes from the movie. I remember, oh my gosh, I think I just almost spoiled the movie for some of you guys. I could be totally wrong though, but yeah, I've never seen The Princess and the Frog, but I'm definitely gonna watch it in the future. See you next time, Mountaineers. Have a great big beautiful tomorrow.